Hey YouTube, Maxie 2021 here, coming at you with another haul slash sustained industry video, this time for August 2018. I haven't been able to do a haul video from August to October because a few of the volumes I picked up in those months I had lent out to my best friend's brother, and I'll explain more on that later in the video. But I figured I could either do one whole video, show everything I picked up last 3 months, but end up having to rush through it, so the video wouldn't end up super long, or do a separate video for each month so I don't have to rush and I can better explain or talk about stuff. I don't know. I'm just going to do the one video each month. That seems good enough. Okay, so first off, let's get the smut out of the way. We got Meme 50s drawn by Brush, another Faku release. Only reason I picked up this volume is because there was a chapter in it I read that I liked a lot. I mean, I liked the art form a lot, and yeah, I haven't really read too much of this guy's works, but I like what I've seen so far out of what I have read that he's done. And yeah, that's about it. Not sure if or when I'm gonna pick up any more smut, but if I do, it'll likely be for very specific releases, because there's not too many I want to own. But I'll deal with that later. Next up, we got Volume 11, My Hero Academia. Now, the reason I picked this up when I did, instead of when it came out earlier in the year, or beginning of the year, I think. Anyways, I picked this up when it did because Funimation announced that they were going to be showing the My Hero Academia movie in theaters at the end of September, beginning of October, and I wanted my best friend's brother to at least read up to this volume, since it has one of my favorite fights in the series so far. So that way, I figured if he read at least this far in the story, then he would have more than enough context to know what was going on in the movie without having to really explain too much. And, well, I did figure out when exactly the movie takes place, coinciding with the main story or whatever. But, yeah, we liked the movie. I thought it was pretty good. He liked it for the most part. I mean, there was like maybe one or two things he wasn't particularly a fan of, but that was his first real experience to the series. I mean, first real exposure, because him and another friend of ours, they tried watching the first episode, but Crunchyroll's servers were acting up that day or whatever. I don't remember the exact reason. So, yeah, that's the main reason why I didn't do any haul videos, because I lent him my volumes for this, and when I got the volumes that came out after this one, I gave those to him to read. And yeah, like I said, I just didn't want to do a haul video without showing the stuff I picked up. So yeah, that's about it. Sorry about that, had to check something. Next up, we got Volume 2 of Sleepy Princess and the Demon Castle. I was planning on doing a video on this of my first impressions after I read Volume 1, but I wanted to wait until at least Volume 4 for a very specific reason. I'll explain that when I get to that video, and Volume 4 comes out next month in December, so expect that in the near future. But yeah, this series is pretty good. I like the comedy, the the delivery of the jokes and stuff, different stuff that happens or whatever. I don't know what I'm trying to say. But what I do know what I want to say is pretty good. If you like funny stuff, go check it out. Next up, we got Full Metal Alchemist Full Metal Edition Volume 2. This goes up to the end of Volume 3 of the original release volumes. Again, it's nice, high quality volume, just like the first one. I didn't test out to see if the stuff for the lettering fades or not with sweat from your hands, since I get sweaty hands when I hold books. So I don't know if it fades. I imagine it does, but after that first volume and the stuff fading on the spine, I've been extra careful with reading these. So, yeah, if somebody wants to test it out, go ahead, but I'd rather nobody do that and damage their volumes. So yeah, that's cool. Next up, we got Go Nagai's Cutie Honey, the classic collection. This is both volumes of the original 1973 Cutie Honey manga, done by the legendary Go Nagai, who people might know for his other works like Devilman, Mazinger, Violence Jack, I think he did Kekko Kamen. He's been around for a long time. Now, the thing about Cutie Honey is that while it's not the first Magical Girl series, the first Magical Girl manga was, I believe, in 1960. I don't remember the name of it. And the first Magical Girl anime, I believe that was 1962. I know that it was in the 60s. But anyways, while this wasn't the first Magical Girl series per se, it was the first series to lay the groundwork for what we know now as the Magical Girl Warrior genre. So thanks to Cutie Honey, we got stuff like Sailor Moon, Nanoha, Pretty Cure, and yeah, stuff like that. So, thanks, Go Nagai. That's pretty cool of you. Let's see. Okay, I picked up a vinyl. This is Death... I can't read. Death's Dynamic Shrouds. I'll Try Living Like This. One of my favorite albums. I saw that it said it was a double vinyl. I thought that it meant the case itself would have been a lot bigger than this, but all it meant was that... Let me just take it out and sleep. All it meant was there was a vinyl in here, and a vinyl in here. There's the track listing. I found out about this vinyl thanks to a video that this one YouTuber named Pad Chennington did. He does a lot of videos on vaporwave and future funk music, but yeah, pretty nice addition to my collection. Next up, we got Final Fantasy XII: The Zodiac Age, which is a remake of the second version of Final Fantasy XII, which only got released in Japan and I think Europe. Then again, Square Enix liked to do that kind of thing back in the day. But, yeah, this has reversible cover art. You got this artwork on the front, which looks pretty sick. Nothing on the spine besides the name of the game. Then you got some stuff on the back. And then here's what you see when you pick up the game normally. The not reverse art, I guess. But I'd say this is the definitive way to play 12. I would talk about my experience with the game, or like what happened when I first went to play it, but I don't want to be here all night. Not that it would take me too long to talk about it. I'd probably just save it for another time. Next up, we got Blade Strangers, a fighting game with a bunch of indie game characters. Pretty good. It also has reversible cover art. Now, initially, this image was revealed as the box art. I was like, oh, sweet, they got Umihara Kawase front and center, like she should be. Since that's my favorite game series. But then, when I picked up my copy, I saw that this was... Hold on, let me just take it out the case. Anyways, when I picked up my copy, I saw that this was the front cover art. I'm like, hey, what happened to that one image that I saw? And referring to this one. And then I opened it and I saw the manual. I'm like, oh, okay, there it is. And then I saw there was another reversible cover art or whatever. And this one had Umihara Kawase front and center, like she should be. But this one's more front and center than this one. So I just stuck with this one. But, that's pretty fun. Also got a keychain. That's cool. And lastly, I picked up I would have done a unboxing video for this, but I didn't have a chance to. I got the collector's edition of Touhou Genso Wanderer Reloaded, which here's the box. It's essentially this game, but with all the DLC included. Though with this release, you don't get a physical copy of Double Focus, and I could have picked up the PS4 version of Reloaded, but you can just buy all the stuff that's included with this release on the PlayStation Store. If you don't want to like buy all the DLC individually, you can just buy like a update patch. I forget exactly what it is, but yeah, there's a lot of the same stuff in this collector's edition that came with this one. Like, you got a soundtrack disc, big soundtrack disc. You know what, might as well just do a mini unboxing. Also came with an acrylic figure. Here's the one that came with the original Genso Wanderer. I say original, but it's technically the third game in that series of fan games. And here's the acrylic figure that came with Reloaded. That's cool. Hold on, give me 1 second. Okay, now I got the stuff out. Let me show the box. I might as well just do an unboxing now. I forget if I already said that. So, here's the front. You got Reimu, Marisa, and Sanai. Oh, shit. You got Alice, Flander, and Sawako on the back. And not much. Oh, it actually says what comes with it on the bottom. I didn't even notice that. Anyways, you got this big hardback art book. I don't know how many pages are in it, but I'd imagine that there's a lot more pages. 81, 80, 83. There's 84 pages. That's pretty cool. Yeah, this is that. Got a soundtrack 3 disc, I think. But there's about 49 tracks total. That's a lot of tracks. Got some pens. I love collecting pens. And got this instruction paper thing for the acrylic figure. Ooh, I forgot to take out the protective film. Oops. My bad. But, yeah, like I said, pretty much same stuff that came with the original Collector's Edition Against the Wanderer, minus the stuff for Toho Double Focus. But there is one other thing that I got, or that I ordered when I ordered Against the Wanderer Reloaded. Give me 1 second. Alright, over here I got this big ass fleece blanket hanging up behind my TV. And it's just got Rei Mumaris and Sanai. Hold on, let me get over here. And I wasn't expecting it to be as big as it is, since it takes up the majority of this wall. And it also takes up the majority of the surface space of my bed, but I didn't want to sleep with it because I didn't really like how the material for it felt. But, yeah, I think it was a worthwhile investment. So, yeah, that's pretty much everything I got in August. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.